Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I have been thinking a lot about this new game mode of combat patrol games that they announced during the Adepticon. First of all, especially because for me it's quite funny or interesting that they decided to call it in this way, because there's already a combat patrol game mode existing in Warhammer 40k. I have to say that it's good that they're going to change it completely, because it's the worst. I mean, it's very unbalanced, it's not as fun as it should be, and for being the way of getting into Warhammer most of the times it's not the best one, because it's quite unfair and it should be more fun than it is right now. So to me, this idea of improving the smaller games, it's amazing. I mean, I thought that combat patrol games were going to be replaced by these boarding actions, so I'm quite happy that they want to keep both. I mean, it's like, okay, you will be able to continue play boarding actions in 10th edition, but we will also find a way of playing regular 40k at small level. I'm very happy with that, especially because it will be easier for new players and people like me that we have the issues of adult life and we don't have as much time as we want. So organizing these big games can be an issue, so sometimes it's better changing them for one or two small games that they can be quite fun and interesting as well. So I'm a big supporter of that, and I cannot wait to see more. So I have to say that I think it's genius, the idea of, okay, you are a new player in 10th edition, you can get the starter box sets, or if there's one army that you like the most, like, I don't know, whatever that is not in the starting boxes, you can say to that person, okay, you go to your Warhammer store or whatever store that sells Warhammer miniatures, you look at the combat patrols, you choose the one that you like the most, and now you are able to play a Warhammer game with all the contents in that box set. Like all of those are going to be useful to play these combat patrol games. That's genius. But in theory, it works perfectly in my mind. I want to see how it's going to work in practice, because there's a clear difference between the actual combat patrols that exist right now, and I don't know, I guess that they are talking about the combat patrols in general, because I expect them that for 10th edition there will be new combat patrols. Like yes, they always do like this. They are building up slowly and they are adding new things to the game all the time. So I expect them to replace the ones that exist right now for another ones, because of course, why are you going to have the same product where you can change in it and improve it? That's what I think, at least. Maybe they will keep these boxes for a long time, who knows. But that's my point. I don't know how are they going to balance this, because the contents of the box, they are like, it is what it's going to be. It's not going to change, and it's not going to be, yes, change. You cannot add or remove. Well, you can remove things, but you cannot add them. So I'm quite interested about that, or how they are going to do it. And I'm sure that I say right now, when they announce the rules for this and they say how they are going to do it, or they release scenarios or something about combat patrols fighting each other, I have two of them, and I will make them fight each other to see what happens. It will be a 3 rounds, because I think it will be the most fair, because of course this is a dice game, weird things can happen all the time, so it will be better to do it a 3 rounds about between them. I want to do that, actually. I'm really interested about that since they announced this game mode. So I don't know, I guess that we only need to relax and wait for the future to see what happens, but for now I'm quite interested, and I think that it's a good move, especially for the new people that will get into the hobby. So if you are still watching, please consider giving me a like and subscribing, and thank you very much. See you next time.